Hi there, and today I'm going to be modifying the Lifeguard Tower set from 2 years ago to fit the new Lifeguard Truck set from this year. Now, I was really pleased when LEGO announced this set in the 2025 city range, because we've never had a substantial lifeguard truck before. We get lots of little quad bikes and ATVs, but this is the first time we've got a really good truck. First of all, I thought the truck just looked really good itself. It starts off as 6 wide at the front, and then it widens here, and it ends up as being 8 studs wide at the back. It's got this really nice open roll cage look at the back of the truck. And also, it's the first time that we've got the surfboard in red. And we actually get 2 of them in this set. One on the roof up there, one down here. But I also thought that it'd be a really good addition to go with the Lifeguard Tower set, which I bought a couple of years ago. Now, the Lifeguard Tower is only a small building up on these tall legs with the ATV stored underneath. So to fit the Lifeguard truck in underneath, we're definitely going to be needing to do some major modifications down here. So first of all, we're going to build the truck, then build the tower, then combine the two. So we've got 2 numbered bags, and like in my last video, I'm quite surprised that a new 2025 set is still in plastic bags instead of paper bags. But we've got those 2, 1 instruction booklet, and a sticker sheet with 4 stickers. So I've opened up bag 1. The only thing that leaps out of me is this part. Now, I'm not entirely sure how new this part is, but I haven't had any in any sets before. So it's a 1x3 plate, stacked on a 1x1 brick, and another 1x3 plate underneath. We've got 4 of them in this set, so I imagine that's going to be part of the chassis of the truck. So I'm going to get building on bag 1 in time lapse, and we'll have a look at it in a moment. And that's bag 1. We've got the basis of the truck. We've got jumper plates in here. I imagine that so we can just about fit 2 minifigures across inside it. They've cleverly used the doors as the useful piece to use as the truck slopes out from 6 wide to 8 wide. So we've got the doors here, and then we've got some curved slopes here which continue on here, and then by the time we get back here we're 8 studs wide. Big sticker on the front, 2 tiny stickers on the side. We've got our minifig lifeguard who's got a mobile phone and a megaphone to shout at the people in the water because there's a shark in the water. So we're now going to get out bag 2, finish off the truck, and I'll talk to you in a moment. So I was jumping the gun a little bit there. I've got bag 2 out, and I did want to draw your attention to this piece. This is brand new for 2025, and it's in quite a few city sets. It's a roof panel piece. It's going to go up here, but it's got this hole in it. So on this set, it's being used as a sunroof. I know on the 4x4 Explorer set, it's being used as a bonnet piece with an opening hatch, and it's using the standard 1x4 window piece, which clicks inside here like that, and then this is now being used as a sunroof. So quite a nice new piece addition to the city range. But without any more delay, we're going to get on and build bag 2. And that's our set finished. First of all, we've got our surfer here. She's in a grey wetsuit. Got matching arms of her wetsuit to match her surfboard. Quite a cool logo on the back of her wetsuit too. We've then got our lifeguard. This is a new torso for this year. We've got a logo on his chest there and a life buoy on the back. We've got the same legs as the lifeguard in the lifeguard tower, so that's nice. It's going to tie in slightly. But obviously the main event of the set is this awesome truck, and I really do like the look of this one. It's got that classic pickup truck look of being wider at the back than it is at the front. We've got a dropping tailgate here, and then this box slides out. We've got two of our chests here with lids on them. This one's got an EMT pack here and a bottle of water, and then in the other a pair of flippers and a pair of binoculars, and then those lids can go straight back on. And we've got a nice smooth surface of tiles in here for that to slide on in. We've got our two surfboards in that new colour red stored away on the roof. We've got two life buoys on the sides of the truck here, and after putting that piece of glass in, I suddenly realised it can go in either way round. So I'd put it in the other way around, but obviously as a sunroof, you don't want it to open up facing forwards, as all the air will be forced into the cab. You want it to open up this way. So I'll pop that out, turn it around, and it fits in this way as well. This is definitely the logo of the new lifeguard team. It's on the sides of the truck here. It's on the back of his torso. We've also got it on the bonnet of the truck as well. Maybe worthwhile me getting another sticker sheet of this set, maybe not another entire set. Then maybe we can decorate the lifeguard tower with the same logos. But that's enough about the truck for now. Next, we've got to build the lifeguard tower to go with it. So this is set 60328, and it was officially called Beach Lifeguard Station, and it came out in 2022. It came with 211 pieces, and when it was new it cost £25 or $40. Sadly, it was only around for a year. It retired at the end of December in 22, but if you want to pick one up, new they're still only about £25 to £28, but used I've seen them for as little as about £15. It came with a small bit of beach here, and you can see a turtle, and it's laid its eggs on the sand up here. There's two beach-going minifigs, another one selling ice creams who's also dressed up as an ice cream, and of course a lifeguard up in the tower. Then down below his ATV is stored underneath the tower, and there's plenty of equipment for people to go paddleboarding or surfing. Inside we've got 3 numbered bags, a separate bag with some 8x16 plates and a half road plate, 3 instruction booklets, and a small sticker sheet with 4 stickers. So book 1 and bag 1 first builds us the beach. So with bag 1 complete, we've got mum lying down here on a sun lounger with her mobile phone. We've got the daughter being very environmentally friendly with a litter picker, picking up all the things on the beach that shouldn't be there and putting it in this rubbish can. There's a basket next door to the mum. We've got this lovely palm tree. There's a crab, a baby turtle which is hatched from one of the eggs, and a nest with 4 more eggs still in it. And it's on to bag 2, which gives us 2 more minifigs, the ATV and the ice cream seller's cart. So now with bag 2 finished, we've also got our ATV and our lifeguard. The ATV's quite a nice little build. It's got a life preserver on the back here and a radio. As I said, the torso on the Lifeguard is different to the one in the truck, but the legs are the same, so need that torso is the part I need to get a few more of. When he's driving his ATV, we can take the Lifeguard's hair off and add this red helmet with visor instead. And of course, we've got our ice cream seller dressed up as a green ice cream. I do quite like this piece. It's come in a couple of other colours. There was a set at a similar time with pink, I think it was a pink and a blue one, as bank robbers who are dressed up as ice creams as a disguise. And then he comes with his little ice cream cart with 2 stickers on the side. We've got a chilled cabinet at the front here and a couple of cones with a chocolate and a vanilla ice cream on top. Then he's got a little cash register and a carton here. I'm not entirely sure what you do with that. Maybe it's to store his spoon in for when he needs both hands for riding his bike. And so onto our last bag with the 2 extra plates, which builds the complete tower. And here we have the finished tower put all together. Taking a closer look at the tower itself, I really do like this little equipment store down here. The only access to the upper floor is via this ladder, so that's something we're going to rectify in my modifications. On top of the balustrades here, we've got a pair of binoculars so he can see far out to sea and check where that ominous shark is. Round the back, we've got a small station here. He's got what looks like a radar, a seat he can sit at, and then here's a microphone that he can make announcements through, and they come out through the loudspeakers on top of the roof. The other 2 stickers, other than the ones on the ice cream cart, one's used down here with the equipment store. I presume that's advertising how much it's going to cost to take out a paddleboard for the day. And then the other one is upstairs in the tower showing a map of the beach. If you've seen any of my previous LEGO City modification videos, you'll know I do like my buildings to have roofs on, which this does have, but I also like them enclosed, which this isn't. So when we enlarge this, we've also going to enclose this upper floor. And we've got to enlarge it because basically underneath, we've currently got enough space for this teeny tiny ATV, but not enough space for the giant new truck. As you can see, it barely fits on the road in front of the tower, let alone sit underneath the tower. I do really like all these odds and ends around the tower. It really sets a nice kind of beach scene, but I don't see much point in having this road plate right through the middle. Obviously there's sand behind here, there's sand in front of there. Both these vehicles are capable of driving on sand, so we're going to remove this road when we modify the tower. Now the footprint of the original tower was 8 studs deep by 12 studs wide, and we're going to be increasing that to 12 studs deep and 16 studs wide. Also, because of the height of the truck, we're going to have to increase the height of these columns by a whole brick. So to gain that extra brick height, the first thing I've done is I've laid out a whole bunch of 1x2s in light grey. And then to keep the style of the original, we're going to add these 1x2x5 columns. So we're going to add those all around the base. Like that, and then we can see where the truck's going to park. Now the new larger Lifeguard station is going to use virtually all the pieces from the original, but fortunately I've got all those pieces so we don't actually have to take apart the original, so we can follow the progress as we go. So the first thing to copy is those 1x2 inverted slopes at the front, so we're going to add 2 of those in down here like that. And obviously we have those nice arch pieces as well, so we're going to add those behind, but because we've made it so much deeper, we can add a second arch to each side as well. Now around the back, the original had this 1x8 dark grey arch, but obviously again, because we're making this so much wider, we can go back to using the same arches as we've used on the side, but we can have 2 of them like that. And then lastly, for the ground floor, we're going to add this second layer of bricks up here, and we're going to do that by having a 1x6 and a 1x8. Because of the dimensions, I thought it'd be nice to add another one of those inverted slopes back here. And we've got a huge 1x10 across the back, and then we're duplicating down this side with an inverted slope, 1x8 and a 1x6, and that's our ground floor complete. Now for the first floor, I'm going to use 4 of these 4x12 plates. And then round the front, I'm going to copy the original design by using those red balustrades. So one down the side, we're going to put 3 across the front like that, and 1 up the other side. We're not going to have the ladder as before, so this is going to be an enclosed balcony, and the door to get into upstairs is going to be back here. And then following the original design, we're going to have 2 layers of red bricks, then we're going to have 3 of white, and then 1 of the yellowish orange. So laying down the first layer of red, we've got a 1x4, 1x2, and another 1x4, and then a 1x8 across the back, and a 1x4. That takes us to the corner. We're going to have our door here, so we're going to leave 4 spaces for that. Then we've got a 1x2. This was that odd bricks with studs on the side that was used for the life buoy on the front, so we're going to keep that one here and then fill the gap with a 1x3. That's also got a 1x1 plate on it because it's not quite 2 bricks high. Then with our second layer of red bricks, really easy, 1x3 there, 1x2 there, got a 1x2 and a 1x3 here. Then over here I'm going to actually add in some inverted red slopes. Now this is from an idea that I saw on someone else's modification of this set a long time ago. I can't actually remember who it was, so apologies whoever you are, I can't give you credit, but if you see this, please let me know in the comments who you were. But we're going to add something sticking out here, and you'll see that in a moment. Now with our first layer of white bricks, we're going to be using a lot of these 1x2x3 bricks, and these were used a lot in the original set, so we're going to chuck 2 of those over there. Then we're going to have a 1x4 and a 1x3, which takes us to the corner. And then to sit on top of those inverted slopes, we're going to have 2 of these container units, like that. And then next to that, there's going to be a 1x1 brick with a clip on it, and then 2 more of those column pieces like that. Then to fill in all the gaps on top of that 1x1 brick with the clip on it, I've got 2 plain 1x1s to go on top. On top of the cabinets, we're going to put a 1x6. Then on this side, we've got that 1x3 and a 1x4, and we're just going to reverse those, a 3 and a 4 that way round, then reverse them back again, and a 4 and a 3 that way round. And then our last little bit of wall over here, we're going to have another one of those column pieces. I'm going to put in some 1x2 inverted slopes with a regular 1x2 brick in between them, like that, and then fill up the space with 2 1x4s on top of it. So for a few interior details, in this clip over here, we're going to put our lifeguard's walkie-talkie, so that's ready for action. And then these 2 containers, one of those is going to have a door on it, so it's going to be some sort of maybe chilled unit there. And then in the other one, we're going to put some drawers in. So we've got the option of either having white drawers, which blend in very nicely, or if we take them out, maybe we will go for a more wood effect. I think I'll leave those in for now, but let me know in the comments below which ones you prefer. Then over on this side, we're going to add a 1x4 plate and make a nice little shelf, and we're going to stick a coffee cup and a slushy on there, because obviously our lifeguards do get thirsty occasionally. Then back in that cupboard, we're going to add some milk and a can of water. And then back in those drawers, we're going to add a few random pieces of equipment. So I've got a syringe, I've got a pair of binoculars, and I've got a spare microphone. Now for that front wall, we've got the same build as we had in the original. So we've got that radar screen on a brick with the microphone, and that's going to sit just about there. And then next to that, we're going to add a 1x1 grey brick and a 1x1 white brick. And then spinning it around, I've just realised I've put this shelf at the front when it should be at the back, so we're just going to rectify that. And that's because over on this side, we're going to need a doorpost. So we've got a 1x1 grey brick and a stack of 1x1 whites on top of it, and that can sit there. Then over on the other side, we're going to put in the window that came in the original set. And also next door to that, if I can sit it in under the microphone, a stack of 1x1s. And then before we add the doors, one last finishing touch inside. I just thought I could get rid of these studs by adding a 1x6 red tile on top of them. Now we're using the same grey door frame as the original set did, so we're going to put one of those in the front, but we're also putting another at the back. Then just to complete the height, we need a row of bricks in that yellowish orange colour. And then it's time to add the roof. Now on the original set we didn't need to take the roof off, obviously because it was open backed, but being enclosed, my new one's going to need to have its roof taken off easily. So to do that I'm going to do a combination of tiles and these tiles with studs. And now it's time for some white plates. Now the original had an 8x6 white plate with these red tiles around the edge. So by using 3 of these 4x12 white plates, I've done the same. I've made a 12x12 roof with red tiles all the way around. They had those orange lights on the original, and then on top of those go the loudspeakers. One there, and one there. Then we can add it onto the top, and the main part of the building is complete. The original also had these jumper plates and tiles around the balustrades to hold the binoculars, so we're going to do the same on ours. And then it also had that life ring on that brick with the studs on the side, which we've put over here, so we're going to add that over here too. And now I've nearly used up all the parts that I need for this mod, I've suddenly realised I've left out the chair. Then the final thing to do is add a way to get into the door on the first floor. Now I wanted to use a standard Lego staircase piece to make it look like a wooden staircase, but that is nowhere near going to reach far enough, so I'm going to have to extend it down at the bottom. However, I didn't want to try and copy this style because I'll never get a piece obviously this thin, so I'm going to make it slightly different at the bottom with a platform. So first of all, I got a 4x4 plate, and that's got 2 1x1 round plates on each corner. And that's going to go just down here. Next I've got 2 1x2 plates, which I'm going to just put on the back of it like that. Then next I've got another platform, a 4x4 plate again. It's got 1x1 round bricks and then 2 1x1 square plates on underneath it. And that's going to sit just behind it there. Then at the other end I've got 2 of these column pieces, and on top of them I'm putting 2 1x1 square plates. And we're going to put one here and one just next door to it. Then on top of our staircase piece, I'm going to put another 4x4 plate, and then underneath it, I'm going to put 2 inverted slopes. So they're 2x2 inverted slopes like that. Then that will sit happily on top of this. Then obviously with health and safety first, we don't want anyone falling off this top platform. So we've got the same balustrades we used at the front, only hopefully in a more wooden-like colour. And that completes the build, and the only last thing left to do is obviously add the truck. So here's our completed lifeguard tower with its truck safely stowed underneath, and you can really see the size difference when you place the original set next door to it. And even more so when you see them from the side. And so here we have our beautiful idyllic beach scene, combining a brand new set from this year with a modified version of one from 3 years ago. Let me know what you think about this modification in the comments below, especially if you've got any ideas on how I can improve it. If you've liked this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and of course, please subscribe for more LEGO videos.